children, so we will see the grammatical structure. In grammatical structure, we have to learn today kinds of sentences. So what are the kind of sentences? Just I'll explain you. First we have statement sentence. So what will happen in statement sentence is, it is called as a statement. That's all. It's a simple statement. I'll give you an example. The animals are dressed very smartly. Can you see full stop here? Yes? Can you see this? So this is a simple sentence. It is called as statement sentence. The second one is interrogative sentence. So what is interrogative? Asking a question. Okay? Asking a question about something or someone. So in this interrogative is nothing but a question mark sentence. That's all. So you have to revise like this. Interrogative is question mark. Statement is simple statement. So example of interrogative sentences: are the animals dressed very smartly? So can you see the question mark here? So this is called as interrogative statement. Whenever you ask the question, that is an interrogative question. Interrogative sentence. Exclamatory sentence. What is exclamatory? We know the exclamatory mark like this. So this is called as, wherever we get this kind of mark, it is an exclamation mark. So that is called as exclamatory sentence. So what it is, we will just see now. It makes a very strong statement called exclamation. Whenever the exclamation mark is there, those are all strong statements. It shows a strong feeling like being surprised or angry. So whenever the exclamation comes, oh, I'm surprised. So that is an exclamation. Oh, what is this? So this is an exclamation. So being surprised is surprising, and getting angry is also exclamation. So exclamatory mark. Example of this is, what a good news. What a good news. We have to pronounce like this. What a good news. So this will be an exclamation. Can you see here exclamatory mark? Yes. So this is called as exclamatory sentence. Wherever you see this mark, that is an exclamatory sentence. That's all. Now next one is imperative sentence. What is imperative sentences? It expresses commands. Commanding. A request. Requesting, please. Okay. And advice. Giving advice. Don't do this. You should go there. That is all an advice. So example of this: go away. Go away. Okay. Next one. Don't make noise. Don't make noise is an advice. You should keep quiet. That is an advice. Go away. That means we raise our voice and we say it in command. So this sentence is in command. So this is called as imperative sentences. So we will see next optative sentence or wish, and then we will go for the examples. So next one we will see optative sentence or wish. What is optative sentence or wish? Wishing in the sense, I want this, we dream this. So that is a kind of wish. That is called as optative, or wishing something. That is expresses a blessing. Curse. Blessing is God bless you, like that. Curse. Cursing is, oh, it should not happen. That means we are negative manner we speak the sentences. Strong desire. Strong desire in the sense, I want to win in the match. That is a strong desire. So they will do very hard work. That is called as strong desire. So let's have an example with this is, God save the country. First example. And the may you live long. So may you live long is a blessing. And strong desire, God save the country, is a strong desire. So we will have some set of examples now here, and we have to solve. So second one is, read the sentences and write down what kind of each sentence is. So they have given the sentences. We already learned the sentences. That is what we learned: statement sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, imperative sentence and optative sentence. And based on that, we have to answer the question. So, they have given the question, we have to write what kind of sentence. So, can you see the question mark here, children? Yes. So, I told earlier, wherever you get question mark, what kind of sentence is that? That is called as interrogative sentence. So, this is, first one is interrogative sentence. Okay. What is your name? We are asking a question. So, that is interrogative sentence. May it rain tonight. That means you are blessing. So, what is the blessing sentence? Here is optative sentence or wishing a sentence. So, this one is optative. Okay, children, done with this? Understood? Now, even optative sentence has sometimes exclamatory marks. So, don't get confused because may God bless you. So, these are the blessing words. So, you have to be thorough with these words where the exclamatory mark also includes the in optative sentences. But this word indicates that it is an optative sentence. That is the reason we are marking here as this sentence as optative sentence. And now the next one is, what a beautiful scene. So, this comes here. No question mark, no wishing, but it is showing an exclamatory sentence. So, this is an exclamatory. Okay. So, this is an exclamatory sentence. He is a Chinese man. So, first sentence was what? It is a simple sentence. So, what we call for the simple statement? Sentence is statement sentence. So, this is a simple sentence. That is the reason this is a statement sentence. So, this is statement sentence. Done with this, children? So, we will go for the next example now. So, now we have to go for fifth one. How did you make it? We are asking a question. So, whenever it indicates a question mark, it's an interrogative sentence. Now, help, a thief, help, a thief, 2 times exclamatory mark. So, it is a exclamatory sentence. What a delicious soup. That means a surprising. What a delicious soup. So, it is again an exclamatory sentence. Draw a line to join these points. What it indicates is, it indicates the advice, advising. The teacher advises, see children, these are the dots and you have to join. So, I am advising you. So, that is a draw a line to join these points. That is imperative sentence. Now, next one is, we all went to the market. It is a simple sentence. So, what we call for the simple sentence? We call it as statement sentence. The next one is, John's father is a doctor. That is also simple. No exclamation, no question mark. So, it is a statement sentence. Next one is, have you any have fresh fruits? Question mark. So, what question mark indicates? Again, it's an interrogative sentence. So, now next, come here. Yes. Come here. Yes. So, see, it is again an exclamatory mark. But come here. Come here is a commanding. So, it is commanding is nothing but is an imperative sentence. You might be thinking, yes, is an exclamatory mark, but here they have given come here a comma. But see, whenever we call come here, that is a commanding purpose. So, that is an imperative sentence. Now, next one is, what makes tea sweet? It's an interrogative sentence. What makes tea sweet? Okay. Tea sweet, it is a question mark. That is the reason it's an interrogative sentence. are all interrogative sentences. Whenever we see advice and commanding, we should call as imperative sentences. Whenever we see simple sentences, we should call as statement sentence. And whenever we see surprising kind of things in sentences, so it is an exclamatory sentence. So we will go for next examples. Okay, children? Children, so we finished 13. Now we are going to the 14th. 14th one is the train arrived late. Only a full stop. That means it is a simple sentence. That is reason we are marking as a statement sentence. A dog does not eat a rat. That is also a simple sentence. That is the reason we are marking as a statement sentence. It is an elephant. It's a question mark. Is it an elephant? Yes. So it is an interrogative sentence. As I said earlier, whenever we see question mark, those are all interrogative sentences. Does it have an alarm? So again, does came first and there is a question mark at the last. Again, it is an interrogative sentence because of question mark. What an awful news. That means a surprising news. When we get the exclamatory mark and the surprising expression in exclamatory sentences. So this is a surprising statement and it is an exclamatory mark. That is the reason this sentence becomes exclamatory sentence. So we will go to the conversation skills next. Now we are going for conversation skills. Okay. So you have to listen to the story what I am going to read now. A long time ago there was a giant monster who liked to kill humans, drink and blood. What he used to do is he used to kill the people and he used to love to drink the blood of the human. People tried everything to get rid of the giant. Now what did the people do? They wanted to get rid of the giant. Now finally one man said, I think I know how to kill this monster. So one man, what he did is, he said, I know how to kill this monster. Then he went to the place where the giant had last been seen. So what that man did is, he went to that monster place because he was seen last time on that place. There he lay down and pretended to be dead. What that man did, he just lay down like slept and he pretended that he is dead. Okay. Now he pretended to be dead. Now soon the giant monster came along. When the giant saw the man lying there, the giant monster saw what? The man was lying there and he said, these humans are making it easy for me. So monster used to catch the people, then kill the people and drink the people. Instead of this, what he is saying, he came and he only died here, so let me drink the blood, and that is the reason he is saying these human beings are making very much easy for me to drink their blood. They die right on my trail, probably from fear of me. So what he is thinking is, they are dying to near my place by fearing me. That means they are seeing me and they are dying there itself. And I can't wait to roast this man and drink his blood. So what he is telling, now I will roast this man and drink his blood. Carried the man to his shed and he dropped near the fireplace and went out to get some firewood. Then what he did, to burn the fire, he wanted some wood, so he went out. As soon as the monster left, the man got up and grabbed one of the giant's huge knife. The monster went to take the firewood and immediately suddenly the man woke up and he went to the monster's place and he took his giant huge knife, that is huge big knife. When the giant's food appeared back in the doorway, That means when the Gaint came back on the doorway, his place, the man was sleeping. But the Gaint was thinking he is dead. But he was having a knife. The man was having a knife. And what he did is, he just stabbed the knife into Gaint's heel. That means foot. And then the Gaint scrambled. And he fell dead. That means the Gaint monster scrambled like this, and he fell dead, and he shouted, "Though I am dead, I am going to keep on eating all the humans in the world forever." He is still saying, though I am dead also, I will not leave you people. I will be still eating you and still drinking your blood forever, that too. Okay, we'll go for the next paragraph now. "That's what you think," said the man. Now man is telling, that is what you think, monster. Okay. Then he cut the Gaint's body into pieces. What he did? He cut the monster body into pieces and burned them on the fire. He only burned the monster body. Then he took ashes and threw them into the wine to scatter. Then what he did? Ashes, that is leftover burnt. Whatever after burning we will get ashes, that he took and he threw them in the wind to scatter everywhere. Instantly the ashes turned into cloud of mosquitoes. What happened? When he thrown the ashes, all ashes, whatever he thrown, it turned into cloud of mosquitoes. They became all mosquito, and from their midst the man heard Gaint's voice laughing, saying, "Yes, I will eat you people until the end of time." Because he became mosquito, the Gaint voice again came saying that, "Yes, I will eat you people until the end of my time." So you always know that mosquito never will be finished. They will never finish, and the mosquitoes Gaint monster turned into mosquito. That is the reason always mosquito bite us and they drink our blood. So monster already said, even though if you kill me, I am going to drink your blood. So nothing but the mosquitoes are now acting as a Gaint monster. So we have now question answers on this. So let's do the exercise, children. Now done, children? We'll go for the exercise now. So now we'll see the question answers regarding this story. Why did the Gaint kill the people? So already we know the story. So why he used to kill the people? To drink their blood, to turn them into mosquitoes, and to do experiment with their brains. What was the correct answer? He used to kill the people to drink their blood. So this is the correct answer. Now second one is, how did the man kill the Gaint? You know the man went to the forest and to the monster's place. So these are the options. He tripped the Gaint who fell into the fire. He cut off the Gaint's toes, and then the third option is he stabbed the Gaint in the heel. Did he do these two things? No. What he did? He took the knife, and I hope you remember, he just stabbed the Gaint's monster's feet. That means he just stabbed the heel. So that is, this third one is the correct answer. So we will see the next two now. So third one is, what did the Gaint say when he died? When the monster died, what did he say? That is the question. Now we have again three options. So we have to choose from this. He said he would kill the man. He said he would be eating humans forever. And he said he was sorry for everything he did. Did he say sorry? No sorry. But what he did say? He said, I will be, after dying also, I will be eating you people. So that is the reason this B is the correct answer. Okay. So this is the correct answer for third one. He will be eating the humans forever. So we are done with this lesson and see you in the next lesson. So we'll go for the fourth one. The gains ashes. That means when the man burned the monster, what does he do with the ashes? We have three options. Now we have to choose from one. Then turned into mosquitoes, floated away, dropped all over the land. What was it? Do you remember? This was turned into mosquitoes, because Gaines said, no, if I die also I will be drinking your blood, and the ashes turned into mosquitoes. So this will be next one. What is common between the Gaint and mosquito in the story? What was common between the Gaint monster and mosquitoes? What? Just think it. Let me tell you. They are both fantasy creatures and not real. No, that is not the answer. They both fly. No. What do they do? What does monster used to do? He used to drink blood, and when the mosquito bites, what does he do? He will even drink the blood. So, the third option is they both like human blood. Yes, this is the correct answer, because the Gaint monster said, after dying I will be drinking the human blood, and therefore he turned into mosquitoes. Therefore, this question is also related to that, and the both like human blood is the correct answer for the fifth question. Now we have finished all the five questions, and everyone have the workbooks with you, and you have to do your homework in the workbook. Okay. Till then, see you, and after completion of that, I will be going for the next lesson. Okay children, thank you so much. Bye bye.